WinD, CSGO, DE train, smoke, pro tip, something like that. The way it lands is slightly on the... It's slightly centered towards the B-bomb side of Z, but it's still basically in the center, so the smoke covers A side and B side, so you can't see out if you're in there. And it's like the perfect smoke for the map. It really is. You can do so many different strategies just by having somebody stay in spawn as like right before you execute a bomb site, or while you're executing a bomb site. Wait for 30 seconds, toss it, or maybe 35, then toss it, then as your 30-second execute, as you're throwing your flashes and your smokes into the actual site you're hitting, the team, you know, at least for the limited time that I was able to use it before they patch fixed it, teams, like, they couldn't wrap their head around what was going on. And in that situation where a team actually panics because something doesn't make sense in game logic, it's over. So what happened when they revised train again, just slightly, they, you know, did a few different things that actually made some sense. Then they decided to raise the crane over the A trains up, and I believe it was somebody from Team Liquid that was doing the you know, Counter-Strike blog video about it. And that asshat, he knew why that shit was raised, and I know that he knew, but he points it out and he says there was no reason for this to be raised. I don't know why they did it, but they raised it anyway. So on to the next, like, he just like brushes it off. He got beaten by it. So now it's impossible to have it perfectly go over, hit the back wall, hit the side, hit the side, hit the side, hit the back wall, hit the side. I think it's the back wall and then the side a few more times, and then kind of ricochet on the ground a few times. And it's really weird. It's just awesome, and I have it, you know what? I guess while I'm here, as if I'm a guest, I'll just bring it up quick. Alright, so this is when we were G4 Esports, Pro Tip Series, WinD, DE Train, T-Spawn, Smoking B. So, like I said, this was the day, this was the first day of the new map, that I came up with this and posted it, so it was kind of a big find. I mean, the other smokes and flashes I figured out, prior to this, like, having a flash, or, you know, just ride down train, the various, you know, smoking ladder from spawn, smoking, I guess the proper, now would be the proper Z smoke from spawn, smoking, in between pop, jeez. Whole bunch, okay? I mean, but this is the smoke. So let's follow WinD. He's the sexy looking one, and there he is. Now, let me just back this up really quick so you can see. People kept, like, I was watching a lot of T1 teams be more around where I'm circling right here, because that's kind of like when you're doing some other smokes, you kind of go diagonal to the numbers, or in front of the numbers where this cap is, or I guess you can also go on top of here and do a gimpy one, but this you have to be really close to the B door. So I end up uncapping it when I see these. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then I believe this begins to turn back into a lighter lighter shade. And that's the one right after, so 6. So I uncap it right as I see the spray cans, and it's going to be thrown in this diagonal, very close, like I said, to the B door, right as I hit about the halfway mark, close to the 7 but not quite. Let's see. Jump, throw, you just want to hit the edge of that, and it launches it right above. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I said 12. 8. Now, for B-side, that totally fucks with them. And then you end up executing A, or you execute B. But they think it's going to be a B execute because it is a B-side smoke. Like this guy is about to flip out, ready? He now has no line of sight to what's going on in B. He's starting to creep up because he heard a nade bounce, probably figured it came from main. Maybe somehow we got there faster than the game would allow us to. Or he's just going up to his placement. He wants to play next to the corner there, but this smoke's slightly into it. Do I get a good angle? It goes in, so like everyone in B like sees it seeping out a little bit, and they're like, our team didn't do that. So these guys,
report in. Throwing a flashbang.
I wish I had audio on because they call for rotate, but then unfortunately we push. So he was about, like, he's looking at the smoke like, wait, what the fuck happened? And he's walking up, but then the nade's thrown. We assumed they'd already kind of go back to CT spawn, at least one of them. We always expect, you know, somebody to be covering IV, but and that was his idea. But then he gets lit up a little bit. He starts to push back, and unfortunately a Lotikin gets owned, but then WinD comes with a Tech 9 and just destroys Nightfly. Sorry, Lotikin. You just got Nightfly'd. It takes Tech 9 and a true champion. Terrorist WinD. So once again, I'll just show some more sound because cans, prep, right next to the wall. It's like pipe to pipe. But now, thanks to some feedback from Team Liquid, this was raised So there's no way you can pull this off because it has to hit that window basically. Window. It has to hit like sort of near that window in the back, kind of where I'm circling right now in order to work. Let's see. Yeah, so across the window on the pillar and hits right on the white, or excuse me, gray edge of the pillar to bounce correctly. This way it bounces right, okay, excuse me, it bounces left, right to where we want to go. So, dink, corner bounce, dink, dink. Now, there's one that I wasn't able to do every single time because hitting this corner is difficult. You end up having some embarrassing or you would have, because you can't do it anymore, so you would have had some embarrassing moments where you have to have that same angle where you're running in and you're throwing it really close to the other pipes on the side of the wall. And it has to clear it by, like, it doesn't look like it even clears it in order to hit right here. So a lot of the time I just had it bounce off the wall and then smoke the trains behind a main, and that's embarrassing. So but this one would basically bounce down and it would just smoke inner with a little bit pouring out, and it's something that you can basically just do with a regular smoke that would just go into Z, right in front of Z. So there was really no point to it. But for this to land right on the see, I wish I gotta pull the demo up, and I'll just keep it here and look up on a different video just to show exactly how it bounces, because it bounces in a really unique way and it's not clicking all the clicks. I know it. Like, oh, also sometimes off that side, depending on if it, sometimes it would hit this a little bit higher, and then it would, like, it was weird. So you didn't want to hit the right side. Perfect. I mean, it looks like it's being thrown from, like you're coming down from B. It just looks like it's being chucked. If the guy's not looking, you know, like he sees it in his peripheral vision. Against the wall, bounce, bounce. This dude is like, ready? Or my logo's blocking it.
Throwing flashbang.
Or old logo. He calls it in right as he gets smoked, and it's like turns. And he just turns and he looks for a second, and it's really funny in the demo. So Mario Paint Mouse, P250 headshot, or Tech 9. In this case, Tech 9. Low DPI, really great, sophisticated new technology with those blue triggers, mechanical, force weighted mouse buttons. Alright, this is WinD of Accelerated Evolution wearing his banging, thanks to Blizzard Entertainment for giving me these, by the way. It's banging Overwatch. Shades that you can't really see through. You can't really see through them at all. So at the end of that, because it's all holes for the art. At the end of that video, this never happened. You were being windowed with the flashlight. It was fucking strobing and quite odd to just view, but I'm gonna rep these in style because Blizzard's kind, so we'll be kind back. And use my genius in comedy and skill to display them to the world. Hope you enjoy this, Launders. Peace.